What if I told you that the first person to live to 150 is probably already alive today? That artificial intelligence isn't just changing how we treat diseases, it is fundamentally rewriting our understanding of aging itself. This will blow your mind, but according to leading longevity researchers, we're not just talking about adding a few years to human lifespan anymore. We're talking about treating aging as a curable condition. And the breakthrough technology making this possible is advancing faster than most people realize. Most people accept aging and death as unchangeable facts of life. We've been conditioned to think of them as natural, inevitable processes. But what if I told you that aging is actually a complex biological malfunction, one that can be understood, predicted, and potentially reversed using artificial intelligence? The myth we've all been living with is that death is the ultimate boundary that science can never cross. We think of aging as some mysterious, unstoppable force. But here's the plot twist. Aging is essentially a series of information processing errors in our cells. DNA damage accumulates, proteins misfold, cellular repair systems break down. And if there's one thing AI excels at, it's identifying patterns in complex data and finding solutions to information problems. Right now, as you're watching this video, your cells are making thousands of tiny errors. Your DNA is accumulating damage. Your telomeres are shortening. Your proteins are misfolding. These aren't mysterious processes. They're measurable, trackable biological events. And increasingly, they're becoming controllable. Let me show you what is actually happening in research labs that proves this isn't science fiction anymore. Dr. David Sinclair's team at Harvard Medical School has successfully reversed aging markers in mice using gene therapy guided by AI analysis. The mice showed improved vision, muscle strength, and even coat color changes. While we're still years from human applications, the proof of concept is solid. Google's DeepMind created AlphaFold, an AI system that can predict protein structures with remarkable accuracy. This matters for aging because misfolded proteins are a major cause of cellular damage. If AI can predict how proteins should fold, it can help design interventions to prevent or correct the damage. Altos Labs, backed by over $3 billion in funding, is using AI to reprogram cells back to younger states. They're not just extending life, they're researching how to reverse cellular aging. Meanwhile, Calico, Google's longevity company, has developed AI models that can estimate biological age from blood samples with impressive precision. You want concrete examples of progress? Let me give you 3 that showcase where we actually are. First, researchers studying the immortal jellyfish have used AI to map its genetic blueprint and identify the mechanisms that allow it to reverse its aging process. They've successfully replicated some of these pathways in laboratory cell cultures, though human applications remain distant. Second, the Buck Institute has used AI to design combination therapies that significantly extended healthy lifespan in mice. The AI analyzed thousands of biological pathways simultaneously to create personalized treatment protocols. The mice lived longer and remained healthier throughout their extended lives. Third, startups like Nectome are developing AI technology to map neural connections in unprecedented detail. They've made progress in reconstructing certain types of memories from brain patterns, though full consciousness preservation remains highly experimental and controversial. Now, let me be realistic about the timeline. We're looking at a multi-phase process that will likely unfold over several decades. The first phase, happening now through 2035, focuses on understanding and slowing aging. AI is helping us identify biomarkers, predict health outcomes, and develop targeted interventions. We're already seeing AI-designed drugs entering clinical trials. The second phase, roughly 2035 to 2050, might bring more dramatic interventions. This could include AI-controlled nanomedicine, microscopic robots that monitor and repair cellular damage in real time. We're seeing early prototypes of medical nanobots, though they're still extremely limited. The third phase, potentially after 2050, could involve more radical approaches like consciousness preservation or transfer. This remains highly speculative with enormous technical and philosophical challenges. So, what does this mean for you watching this video in 2025? First, the health decisions you make today matter more than ever. If you're under 60, there's a reasonable chance you could benefit from some of these emerging technologies. Maintaining good health through diet, exercise, and stress management could be crucial for living long enough to access future treatments. Second, start thinking about the implications of dramatically extended lifespans. How would your career plans change if you could remain healthy and productive for 120 years? What would relationships look like? These aren't distant theoretical questions. They're planning considerations for your actual future. Third, consider the broader societal challenges. Extended lifespans could revolutionize everything from economics to family structures. Social security systems, inheritance laws, and career patterns would all need fundamental restructuring. But I need to be completely honest about the challenges we face. The technical hurdles are enormous. The human brain contains roughly 86 billion neurons with trillions of connections. Current AI, while powerful, is nowhere near capable of fully mapping and preserving human consciousness. We're making progress, but we're talking about decades of additional research. There are also massive ethical questions. Who gets access to life extension technologies first? How do we prevent a society divided between the long-lived wealthy and the short-lived poor? What happens to human evolution and adaptation if we stop natural aging? Many current longevity experiments show promising results in laboratory settings, but fail when tested in more complex biological systems. The transition from mouse studies to human applications often reveals unexpected complications. We've seen this pattern repeatedly in medical research. The real breakthrough isn't just in the technology, it's in our understanding. For the first time in human history, we're treating aging as a medical condition rather than an inevitable fate. AI is accelerating this research by identifying patterns too complex for human analysis alone. Major tech companies aren't just investing in this as a side project. They're rehiring thousands of researchers, building specialized labs, and moving promising treatments toward human trials. The longevity industry has attracted over $25 billion in investment in recent years. Current research suggests that the first generation of life extension treatments might add 10 to 20 healthy years to human lifespan. That might not sound like immortality, but it could be enough time for the next generation of treatments to become available. It's a bridge-to-a-bridge scenario. The most conservative scientific estimates suggest we might see significant life extension therapies within the next 20 to 30 years. The most optimistic researchers think breakthrough treatments could emerge within the next 10 to 15 years. The truth is probably somewhere in between. If you've been worried about aging, there's genuine reason for hope. The research is real, the funding is substantial, and the progress is accelerating. We're not talking about your great-grandchildren living dramatically longer lives. We're talking about treatments that could benefit people alive today. What I find most fascinating is that this represents a fundamental shift in how we think about human biology. We're moving from acceptance of decline to active intervention and optimization. AI is the tool that's making this transition possible. If this is opening your eyes to possibilities you hadn't considered, you'll want to hear what's coming next. I'm covering the specific companies closest to human trials, including the breakthrough drug combinations that could be available within the next 5 years. Comment below with your biggest question about AI and longevity. Are you excited about the possibility of living to 120 or beyond? Or does it raise concerns for you? Let's explore this together. Subscribe to AI Mode if you want to stay informed about the most important developments in life extension research. Don't get caught off guard by the next breakthrough. Join the AI Mode community that stays ahead of the curve. Next week, I'm revealing the 3 most promising anti-aging technologies currently in human trials, and one of them could be available to the public sooner than you think. The future of human longevity is being written right now in research labs around the world. The question isn't whether we lines dramatically extend human lifespan. It's how soon it will happen and whether you lines be ready when it does.